Hey everyone, it's Alex and Gio from Radd.
Yo, yo, yo!
Yo, 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 motherfucker! Alright, so we're here today and we are looking at the Rambo First Blood Part 2. This is by Pop Culture Shock. It's 1/3 scale and it's really big. We're using my new turntable today, so we're trying that out. But it actually has its own turntable, which we'll show you. We'll go through it all, do the usual. We'll measure it. We'll tell you what we like, tell you what we don't like, and maybe George will actually say something during that as well.
Potentially, probably, okay. Most likely.
Cool.
Stay tuned. Yo, 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 welcome back to Team Radd Titan. As Alex was saying, we will be reviewing the 1/3 Rambo First Blood Part 2 by Pop Culture Shock. Now, this piece is actually like quite massive. It's quite a big presence. Alex has been waiting on this for quite a long time, so it finally got over here just as he was going on his long vacation. So we had a nice little break before we come back to review it.
Yeah. Well, I unboxed it just before I got it out, sort of looked over, made sure everything was okay. It was kind of, I ordered the Conan War Paint, and then with the crossover of the companies, there was a bit of a mix-up and whatever else, and then in the end, I ended up changing it to this. So this came in.
It's a good thing to actually have with it, wouldn't it? There'd be a good comparable.
I think that would be fantastic together. I mean, I think I've seen there's a guy, is it Simon something in the UK? I think he's got
Blue. Blue? The guy Blue? Chris Blue? No, it's not him.
No, that's Chris.
Oh, that's not Simon, is it?
No. Oh, you're talking about McDonald's. No. There's another guy, Simon something else. And I'm pretty sure he had a display where he had this, he had the Conan, and he had something else in 1/3 as well, but I can't remember now.
Well, yeah. Like sort of action hero sort of.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the problem as well, is as a movie collector, you're not really as spoilt as much as you are as a comic book collector.
Oh, well, at the moment that's the case, isn't it? Unfortunately,
yeah,
it never used to be when we started. It used to be more balanced, but
I think I think what happened was I think Sideshow did actually start doing a bit more of a split, and then they just realised, you know what, more people want the comics.
It's more money.
More people want the comics.
Well, now the movie thing just went crazy, didn't it? So that was the time to strike, wasn't it? So getting on to this, there was 400 of these pieces made. They're actually for the exclusive, but they actually didn't end up making the regulars because, again, like Alex was saying, there was the company went into sort of a transitional period where sort of ownership transferred to other people. Certain people left. It was all, they were cleaning up a lot of mess that was left behind. I mean, what's this now? Jerry Macalusso's like third or fourth start a company and then stop and then leave and what is it? There's 4 now.
Yeah, because there's about 4 now. But
it's about 4 companies that he's built up and then left them in absolute terrible state.
I mean, maybe should have gone into that, but yeah.
There
was some. I just came across some hate page from the other day, which was quite fun. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, anyway, I can always do with a good read when I'm having a shit.
So the new owners bought the company off of Jerry, and I think this was one of their first projects, and I think because during that time they were going through some things, so they
trying to clean up the customer service,
exclusive only,
loads of things like that. So now this is very rare.
Yeah. Well, long story short, there's no regular.
So there's only 400 pieces of these worldwide.
The exclusive part is you get a replica of his necklace, which is the Buddha. So it's
like a jade Buddha, isn't it?
Yeah, it's jade Buddha. So basically,
can you wear that? Does that go around your neck?
I don't know, it won't go around your neck.
Oh no, that's why I said yours, because you've got a nice little feminine neck, and a nice little female.
It kind of only just goes around my neck.
Yeah, a nice chick neck. What are you, like 14 right there? Yeah, that's about right. Actually, in fairness, look how high Stallone's is, man. You wear it like a woman. Look how Stallone's is. Stallone's up by there.
Stallone. That's why he talks that way, because he can't fucking breathe.
Yeah, he's got paralysis on one side of his face because of the tightness of that necklace.
Maybe if I gave this to Colson's, you wouldn't have left. So
you could have pulled that back,
in Thailand.
Yeah, I would have believed that. When I first opened it over there, I actually bought that. Yeah. What sort of crap has he bought? Do you not realise that's plastic, not jade? That's what I was doing. I didn't have the heart to tell you. Then when I saw it on him, I thought, oh no, I get it. Yeah, so you get that nice little piece. Nice little piece, actually. It's not little. It's not bad at all. It's a nice little piece. Yeah. All right, so let's go. Let's
little change person.
Yeah. for your Barts.
So just going over this. So basically,
start at the bottom, work our way up.
No, I was going to give us a little bit more
information.
Yeah. Oh, so First Blood Part 2 came out in I think 1985. It was actually, what happens is at the end of the first one, he goes to jail. They put him in jail, and then
Bastards.
they come to him in jail and say, look,
We need
you
you.
got this guy, he's prisoner of war, go get him out and do your thing, you know. So they
Sort of like Tropic Thunder, isn't it?
really?
Yeah, a bit similar to the story, it's a bit serially. It's how it goes, isn't it?
But so they go rescue the prisoner of war, and he kind of gets his record expunged.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That didn't take much, did it? Killed all them people, didn't take much.
Kill a few more and you'll be all right, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting on the base. So this is, so there is a 2.5 inch turntable under there, but there is actually this part here.
Grenade.
Is still the turntable.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's turntable. Yeah, this is
that my turntable?
Yeah, this is turntable.
All right, so up to here is the turntable,
Yeah.
and then the bottom of the grenade
Yeah.
is actually the statue. This part is pretty heavy. It actually has its own turntable in there. So if I come around, if I can find it, there. So it actually has its own turntable. So you can turn it from here and turn it around. I actually find that quite pointless because I would have thought that if you were going to have a turntable element to it, maybe what they should have done is had the kind of the pin part of the grenade coming out, so you have like some reason for it to need to be turned. Because you know, like if you have this round base,
Yeah. It's symmetric. It's the same on every side, so it doesn't change
really
anything.
matter.
Well, unless you want to see him
you
from
know
the
what-
back without having to turn the whole
Yeah, I
piece
guess
round.
so,
I mean, you might, you know, like some. I mean, the thing is with this though as well. What would actually made more sense is to make this like what this is.
motorized.
Where, yeah, you motorise it, and then therefore you've got your own personalised. It spins around,
I think,
which would have made
I've only
quite a
ever
lot of
seen,
sense.
I mean, this is one of the first I've seen. But also, this doesn't really, the way this sits on is a bit precarious as well.
Doesn't move.
This
though.
is one of the first ones I've seen for a bigger scale.
Yeah.
There is one also on First for Figures.
And Hush in it.
Amaterasu has it, yeah. But this was before. Hush.
Yeah, this is before. Yeah.
So yeah, Amaterasu has it on the life-size bust, and then good call. Hush Fabric Cape has it as well. I'm going to turn this on because I can't bother to keep turning it, and it makes.
You're so lazy, man. Been on. What's all? I like that way. You don't like that way.
No, I think it's better movement. So yeah, and then you walk up, and he's kind of got the kind of water under here and the rocks. This could have been another option they were going to use for a reuse base.
Oh really?
I'm joking.
I actually would have believed that.
Reuse waterfall.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm joking. But yeah, so this is that.
That's what's left of the mountain after however many decades of him uppercutting it. That little puddle of
So what
rocks.
this has got here is the clear resin on here. I did actually try and put an LED light underneath and see whether the light would
That'd have been nice
make its
as
way
well.
through. It doesn't, unfortunately.
It's quite thick in it through there.
I do like the water effect.
And it's done
The
quite
one
well.
thing I do not like about it is, well, if they've gone to the hassle of adding the turntable element to it,
Yeah.
it's very sloppy here. That's going to come around now. This part here,
Yeah. There's like a
should
gap,
have,
isn't it, where the resin
yeah,
goes over
so
the
that's
top
like
of
where
the
the walls
polystone.
are, and then that's a bit rough, especially as say if they have gone to the effort to put the turntable, so you are going to see the back. Because one of the arguments is normally, well, you're not
You
going to
never
see
see
that
it.
side.
Yeah, you never see it.
But
Yeah.
they've put the element to see that side.
Yeah.
So they should have made more effort to cover it.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
definitely
my
needs some sort of seamlessness going in there because there is a gap clearly through it, which is a shame. Rocks actually are done pretty well. The paint, I mean, it's all not one colour. You know, there's quite a few little.
I like the water actually. I'm just
Yeah,
looking at
it's nice. Yeah, the water's nice. It's it's got that the frothiness of the waves and stuff like that, and where the water it's coming against the rocks. I think that's a nice touch. Got some good colours in there, and I definitely think.
You said frothy and coming against in the same
Yeah,
sentence.
well, that's
Normally
it. Yeah, well, at least you know what's on my mind. So then you go sort of and you work your way up towards it, and then you've got the boots, and they've got like proper laces on there as well. They've got the real deal.
I think
It's a good thing he tied them up as high as he did because he's tripping over them bitches any longer. There's some big laces, them.
I'm pretty sure though that whenever you see any kind of
Army boots.
army
They
boots,
don't have them out. Yeah.
well, you see it on like this, and you see it on Guile by Connecticut, so you see it by other ones. If you're in
In the military.
yeah,
you
if you're
don't
in the
have laces
military or the
exposed,
police
no.
force or anything like that, you'll never ever tie your laces like that. They tie it in a way where you do wrap it round, but these get tucked in.
Yeah, you don't
So
see
you're
them.
never going to have your laces out because that's just stupid.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
That's not tactically clever to do that. But anyway,
Exactly, 100%.
But I do think that my favourite element of this whole piece is probably the media.
Yeah.
I think the mixed media is done really well. I think the trousers are fantastic. I think the laces on the boots, even though they probably should be tucked in or whatever, but I still think they're good. They look great.
Yeah, they do look great.
The arrow,
Visually, it adds something to it. It definitely does. The
yeah.
laces and the strap around the knife and such.
we haven't. Sorry, we haven't done the strap on the leg.
You can wrap it round. You're meant to tie it round, but we don't do. We're not doing that.
So the knife pouch is done really well, and the pouch for the arrows is done really, really well too. I do really like all them parts.
Yeah.
I do think the knife is a bit weak.
What?
I just don't like the knife, and I don't think it looks like the knife in the film because he's got that like compass on the top, and he unscrews it, and it's.
I think that's the first one.
I think he's in all of them.
Probably. There is famous. There was a Rambo knife, and it's like a Bowie knife, or Bowie, however you want to say it, depending on where you're from. But yeah, I mean, the good thing about the knife thing, which I actually checked, is actually inside the pouch there is a knife. There is some form of plastic.
It comes out.
So yeah, it's probably a proper knife.
No, it does because when you get the piece,
it's separate.
It's separate. Yeah. But I think originally.
See, let me have a look at that.
I'll show you in a sec.
Oh, that's nice. That's decent. I like that.
No, originally this was meant to be metal. They showed elements of it being metal, and then it came out and it's.
Yeah, but again, I've got to say, I think there's certain elements that you just end up wasting.
Well,
I mean, this goes in the pouch. It's going to go in the pouch. It don't look good out. That doesn't look great now. There's no knife in it. So I got to be honest with you. I just don't see the point. I actually don't see the purpose.
Speaking from experience,
yeah, you shouldn't
having toy metal knives. It just leads to temptation. Yeah.
I remember the drive home.
Yeah, that was 5 stitches.
On your way to the hospital. Yeah,
5 stitches.
Don't get that shit back. Go and put it back in. But yeah, I mean, I actually think that's fine because that's weight. That's probably not going to be too heavy. You know, it's not going to put too much strain on the straps and the things like that, and worn over time. It's ideal that it's not metal, to be honest. Unless you know, if you're going to have a metal one, a little metal one, you could have had a little display thing to put it on.
I think that would have been a better exclusive.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. Rather than the
I think that would have been much better exclusive to have. But then again, certain countries in Asia, like Singapore and some others, that you can't, even if you have a little replica, you can't ship them.
I'm not surprised because it's still, technically speaking, you pull out and kill someone with it. There's no doubt about it.
Well, as I say, I mean, to work it up again, I mean, the pouch for the arrows, I do really, really
like. I like the bow. The bow looks the shit. I like the bow.
The bow is it's done well. It's a compound bow. If you were to pull that, most people can't. I probably couldn't. In real life, I probably couldn't do one of them. You have to pull back at like 100 and pounds.
I'll pull the shit out of that in the last 5 minutes.
Some of them are hard. They're really, really, really tough.
You've seen me.
You might be able, yeah, you might know. I'm saying,
you have actually trained with me.
I didn't say you. Right? Did I
like, look at me like.
I said some people.
You couldn't, yeah, well, like you, yeah.
Yeah, woman. I said me.
I bet there's women that can pull that shit. You can't.
There is. There is. But no, I mean, some of those compound bows are fucking crazy.
They look cool as shit, though. They really, I mean, I love them.
And again, also, you might be able to pull it back. You ain't going to hit shit, are you?
Nah, I'm fucking terrible shot. Listen, I wouldn't even bother putting the bow inside out, the arrow. I'd just pull it back and be like, I can do that.
I've done archery before, and I had my arm around the wrong way and did it with cover. So I had like this.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to kind of like that, and it kind of whipped.
I bet well
as like a fucking whip mark and like a graze all the way down.
I bet well that was a stinger, man. I really like the leather things. I agree with you on the
zip works as well.
I think it's fantastic. I really like them. I agree with you. The material's fantastic. I'm not going to skip ahead, but my favourite piece, my favourite part of this piece.
We're talking about the fucking.
Yeah, but you said about your favourite piece, so I can say my favourite piece now. My favourite piece is the portrait.
Cockeyed fucking portrait.
It looks. That's
the best thing about it. The best thing about it is whenever they say to anyone, "Oh yeah, look at Emma Frost, she's fucking cockeyed. Look at Psylocke, she's cockeyed." It's like if they would have said, "Yeah, Sly's eyes are straight," then you'd be fucked.
Yeah, it's true. There is a slight laziness in the eye, and they've captured it perfectly. The chin and jawline, the lip, everything. I think it's fantastic. I mean, I'm gonna go. You know, I didn't really want to skip ahead. I love the hair and the band and the what do you call it? You would call it a bandage? What would you call it?
Bandana.
Would you wear it around your head like a? We used to have like what called Rambo shit around her head, didn't it? That was what it was. But yeah, so like the material around the head and then going off to the sides class. Could have probably put some wires in that and had it sort of make it look like it was blowing. I would have probably liked that a little more.
Yeah.
But then you sort of get onto like the sculpt of him, and I'm not sure. I've got to say, like with the sculpt, I think it's less muscular than he is. I don't think he's as defined as.
He's not as defined as he is in Rocky, but
no. But even Rambo 2, he's pretty jacked, dude.
yeah. But when he's like shooting the gun,
isn't that 3 though?
That might be 3.
Yeah, but I was still thinking 2. He's pretty. I mean, there's a distinct.
Bit soft, isn't he?
There's a bit soft. There's a lack of tricep going on, which there's no Stallone lack of tricep, dude. Just doesn't exist. Back looks pretty good. The scarring's really good. The skin tones are a little dark, I think. But I think like the muscularity of him is a little bit softer than I think he is in real life. Certainly for this film anyway. But you know, that's like I say, it's one of the things I would have more of an issue with, rather than sort of the underside of this rock, which is and the water. That's like a minor thing that you could forgive, but really I think that he should be a slightly better defined than what he is. Maybe they've overpainted it, I don't know. Maybe it's undershaded,
because there is a past of pop culture shock overly painting like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it hides a lot of definition.
I think that could be it, because I'm looking at this and I'm especially the radiobrachialis part, like the forearm part. And I can see when the light hits it, they've like got all of the muscles in the right place. It looks very like under strain. It looks really good. And then the bicep tricep ratio looks great there. But then when you move yourself around the back, it's like they filled in or they haven't shaded the areas well enough. And it's the same with this bicep on the left arm that's sort of about to draw the bow back. The bicep head, the long part of your bicep that actually is responsible for this movement here, that part looks like a big flabby mess, and I think that's because it's full of paint. Because I actually can see it separated through the but I can see the separation through the shoulder and the tricep, but it's just really heavily painted. So I think it's been overpainted. I'm going to say that sculpt-wise, I think it's okay. I'm going to take that back a little bit. I don't think it's a soft sculpt. I think it's been overpainted. Because I think they could have really... I mean, look at that. It's got nothing in the back of that tricep.
Yeah.
And I think that is there. I can feel it. Yeah, that's there.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me, as I say.
You can horseshoe the shit out of that with shading.
With some of the things in the past, you have...
Yeah, that's overpainted. 100%.
It's a shame, really, but I mean, overall...
Good here, though, you know, at the back. What you can see, like, the lower parts of the lats, sort of, as it goes into your sort of... You know, where you know the Christmas tree sort of area is, in your lower part of your back.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Nah, me either, dude. That's a 0% fat shit going on. That's not. But anyway, that's
some of Omar's TRT.
That's part of it. And then obviously the back, you can see the muscles flexing as he's stabilising his arms. All his infraspinatus and supraspinatus, rotator cuff muscles, they're all there. So they look fantastic. But yeah, it's definitely overpainted. Which is a shame. So probably if this was mine, I'd have to probably send this to Ian and have these muscles all reworked, just repainted, and I think he'd look awesome. Yeah, because he's got his abs all there as well. I can see them in the light. It's a good thing we've got all these lights, because you really can see the sort of the night and day of it.
Well, the thing about having the lights up is it's quite unforgiving as well. So sometimes you can over-critique it a little bit, because you're not really going to have it that way when you set up.
Definitely.
I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 lights on it at the moment. And
tell us what you know!
Got some sun.
Tell us your secrets!
Well. So, there's a lot of light coming in.
It's interrogation time, man. I'm going to say, actually, that I think, considering all of the shit that probably the company were sort of going through and fixing at the time, I would score this actually fairly decent. I'd probably give this, out of a 10, which we don't usually do, so I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'd probably give this a solid 7. I think the likeness is bang on. I think it's just... I really want to see the Conan. Or the regular one,
Yeah, I probably prefer to see the regular one. I did want the war paint.
I would want to see the war paint.
Sorry?
I would want to see the war paint. I've never seen it before. I would love to see it.
Yeah, well, they copied the Sideshow paint, though. Do you know that?
Yeah, and it's wrong.
Yeah, that's what probably happened.
Never do that, man. Watch the fucking film. Come on.
Reference with the artist went for the reference with the original Sideshow Conan war paint. And it was wrong, and they used it on their war paint, so it's not the same as the movie, which a lot of people picked up on.
Yeah.
But I mean, again,
the thing is with movie fans,
also,
cult movie fans, man. You think comic guys are crazy? You don't know shit. Yeah. Movie guys, don't fuck that up. Like with Predators, man. Just watching NED start chatting. As soon as he starts talking, your mouth open. You're like, fuck, that guy knows his stuff, man. He knows his Predators. Don't miss.
Even Rebecca.
Don't make. Yeah, she's crazy too.
But
they don't play, man.
what was the price of this though?
This was around about, I think this was $900. It was $950. Then you're probably talking about 130 to 150 shipping because it's an oversized box, and then obviously with taxes you're doing another 20%. So to get this in hand for us is probably like about 12. I think you must have paid around 12.50 for it. When you think about, I mean, that's the difference. You sort of got to add 20% of the VAT. I mean, $950 is a great price for a 1/3 scale piece. Yeah. But then when you start talking about taxes and bits and pieces, it does hurt.
You can't add.
That's what it costs.
I know, but in a way, but it's like that's what it costs us.
Us, yeah, not everyone. Not everyone.
So you can't add that. I don't know if you want to do the old.
Yeah.
No, don't stand up. Don't stand up because you're gonna hit the tree.
You don't worry about me standing up. I'm only short.
I used to fucking turn this fucker off.
Your motorised thing's lasted 5 minutes. This is the best part. You going like that all the way around it.
All right, so this is...
Straighten up.
33,
33, 34?
Just under 33 inches.
Which is what?
33 is about 83 centimetres.
Okay.
What you're going to need to do is... The arrow is obviously going to be the part... I'm going to turn this off because it's fucking...
No, I told you it was going to bother you in the end. I told you got to go the depth with the bow. That's going to be the issue.
So
width, you're going to be doing it like that because...
I'm going to say that the depth with the arrow is going to be around 20 inches you're going to need, which is about 51 centimetres. Yeah. And then the width is...
Just get the... Yeah, that's it.
It's going to be...
It's about the same, isn't it? Another 19.
About 19 inches, which is about 49 centimetres.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Well got shouted at for that.
Yeah,
I had my ass kicked for that one.
Well, you're not the one who edits.
Now you can blame yourself.
Your mama.
This is just what it is, man. All with the gear and no idea. I love it. I think it's a solid piece. I think if you're after a Stallone, I mean, Jesus, we had, what did we have? The Rocky bust. Fuck me, that was bad.
Oh, the 1/3 Rocky bust.
Yeah, like, when was Al Pacino? When was Al Pacino a boxer? What film did he do? Raging Bull? No, that's De Niro. What happened? That, I mean, for me, one of the most important things on any movie piece is the likeness. Everything else, you can probably tweak and adapt and change. You know, if you know the right people, you can fix this body up, you can lighten his skin tone and have him better shaded, and then you have the definitive Rambo piece, no doubt about it. But if the face does not look like the person it's meant to be, then the rest of it can be 10s all across the board. The piece is still shit, as far as I'm concerned. If it doesn't look like the character, you've got a big issue.
What do you think about the colour of the base, though?
I think what they've tried to do, in my opinion, is do sort of something that doesn't distract from the statue by making it black. Because I would have gone Commando Green for this. Yeah, 100%.
That's what I was just thinking.
I would have gone Commando Green, no problem. I would think that's the colour. But I think they don't want to detract from the base. They want it to sort of almost be like it isn't a grenade. It isn't a feature. And then you look at it closer and you go, oh, yes, I think that's a grenade. You know, like that. I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like, you know, a bit more of a wow. Personally, I would have liked Commando Green. Because I would have liked the whole... I'm more of a whole piece kind of guy anyway. It's not...
I agree. I mean, I think green would be pretty cool. I mean, in the film...
That is the fucking colour, isn't it?
I mean, I'm thinking about in the film, I don't know whether he has, like, the black grenade. I don't know. I haven't seen the film since 1985.
You were 4, sitting there watching Rambo.
I think it was... that was when I told you when that door fell on my head. And I'm pretty sure that was Rambo. I went downstairs and watched.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then it's probably why you don't remember much of it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So,
what do you think? What do you reckon?
I think overall it's a strong piece. I do like. I like the feature of them.
Great price as well, isn't it, for 1/3?
I like them incorporating the turntable idea. Obviously, not the motorized one here, but this one. I like the idea of that. I do think it's a nice element that some other statues can pick up on. But obviously, you have to have only a museum pose. You can't really go for a too dynamic pose with this kind of turntable just because it's quite risky.
With weight distribution, right there, this is very central.
I do think maybe the arrow could sit there a little better. I've actually managed to get it there, but if we were to move this, it's just going to fall out. Again, I love the mixed media element of it. I love the waterfall. I think the water's done pretty well.
Yeah, it's done well. Considering, it's done well. It's quite a hard thing to do, isn't it?
Water is really hard. I mean, unless you use like a translucent high gloss resin.
Yeah, but then
that's more still water.
Yeah, but then also it ends up looking cartoony and cheap. It's it's easy to do that big clear, and it's very blue, and it's got white parts in it, and it's very shiny. It's easy to do that with comic characters or cartoon or things like that. In a film, this is meant to look like real water, and that's the hardest way to do it.
Oh no! Well, also because as well, sorry, the type of water I'm talking about is more like if it was still water.
Yeah,
So
but it's still difficult, isn't it? It's still hard to make it look like real.
So just looking now, the waterfall there, where the waterfall hits the water is not that great.
Well, that's because it's separated, but that's the only way you can do it. The problem is you're limited by what you actually can do. The concept and then doing it how it should look. I mean, it's like XM Lizard. They wanted sewage coming out of the pipes and going into the water, but what you end up getting is a seam, a big gap in between those things. You can't fix that. It's very difficult. But I think they did a very good job overall, considering actually. So fair play. Well done, Pop Culture Shock.
Awesome.
I'm quite gay for Rambo, so or Stallone in general, really.
I like a fan and such.
No,
I've always preferred like Arnold.
well, yeah, Arnold obviously.
Van Damme as well.
Van Damme. I like
But again,
I like all them kind
but
of
you've
films.
never seen Cobra.
I haven't, no.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Do you know what else I haven't seen? There was a steelbook come out the other day, Lock Up. I ain't seen that.
Really?
And you'd have thought I should have done.
I've seen both of them.
To watch Lock Up. You have to see Lock Up.
On that note, yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. Do the usual like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think about the piece, in the comments. If there's something you don't like about it, if there's something you like about it, if you've got the piece, what you display it with, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, give it a big green thumb, man. They did a good job. Give a nice green thumb for Rambo. For the old Stallone job. Good effort. And hit that bell, become part of our notification squad as well. If the numbers get too big, we might end up asking you to start paying to join our channel. No. One day. Nah. This is the people's channel. But thanks very much for joining us. Peace. Be lucky.
Bye-bye. We're not weighing it, that's why I cut that bit out, because I've lost the adapter.
We just say it took two of us to carry it, innit? Yo, welcome back to Team Mad Titan. As Alex was saying, it's kind of redundant. You can sort of just do this.
I want to start when it's like, go.